and Arabic content. When we started in Saudi back in 2018, it was slow to kick off, but Arabic films would contribute to 5% of the GBO. Today, Arabic film contributes to 40% of GBO. Keeping in mind the output of film is only 10%. So imagine 10% of the total number of releases is contribute to 40%, just to see the potential of local content. And seeing that as Vox, as an exhibitor and distributor, this is when we decided to get into the film production, just to keep feeding the machine, the exhibition machine, with local content where demand was actually most in place. And we formed a partnership with the Imagination back in 2018. We produced a couple of films, and then Hufzi, who's the producer on this movie, pitched this Voy 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 to us, and that was dead bang in the middle of lockdown. We read the script, we fell in love with the script, and we said, you know what, this is a movie that we have to get on board with. We shelved it for a bit, obviously, because we didn't know the certainty of the cinemas coming out of COVID. Things were still building up. But then a few months later, as we see that there's attendance coming back and the cinemas were coming back to life, we brought it back on board, and this is where the journey started. And 2 years later, the film finally hit the screens a couple of weeks back in Egypt and then rolled out across the rest of the region. It's worthwhile actually noting that Pakistan is the first country outside the MENA region to release the film. So thank you, Hamad, very much, much appreciated. Obviously, it'll be releasing globally later on, but again, Pakistan is the first country outside the MENA.
And moving forward with your point of local content, so when implemented carefully and strategically, nation branding is something that can be achieved through cinema and television, and that can have a substantial impact on how a country or a region is viewed. It can even end up promoting tourism or investment. So, placing more Muslim voices on the world stage is something that is vital to taking control of the narrative and also showcasing this region to the world. So, this question is for all of you. How do you feel your work has played a role in the nation branding of your?
A Saudi film very soon to Pakistan. So the whole idea is to bring content, lots of Arabic content to Pakistan. Essentially, firstly, you may be seeing them that they'll be in original language and with English subtitles, and eventually we will be moving with, dubbing them in Urdu also, so that people get familiarized with what is happening in the Muslim world outside Pakistan as far as entertainment is concerned.
And also, to Omar, I wanted to know if you have anything to add to that.
Um, First of all, let me just start by saying I'm incredibly pleased and honored to be talking to you guys today in Lahore. It's incredible that our film has managed to get to your shores, and your generosity in taking it and showing it in so many screens. It's an incredibly thrilling honor. I mean, it's just I'm over the moon about it. As for the question of sort of selling cultural, the brand Egypt or Arab world, I'm not so sure that this is the film that's designed for that at all. I think this film talks about the struggle of so many people living in a less fortunate situation or
Right. And this gives you for this just come down. It is very emotional. There is a clear message, and Omar, what he did really well, and this is why the movie, it's not only for the Arab world, and this is why we take it. It is an international film. It speaks to everybody, to all audiences, which you will come to see, and that blend of the drama, the humor, and that really sarcastic, dark comedy plays really well and just connects.
We'll get to questions from the audience in just 1 minute. Um, yes. My last question to Omar is.
It's made at a good budget, but yet so moving and, and commercial at the same time. I think they should all just watch the film and go through their whatever they've learned so far, they can apply to their filmmaking process, and hopefully we need a lot of Pakistani filmmakers to actually, young filmmakers to reach out to our company or many other companies within Pakistan with their scripts and start making films. We don't have enough content, and we do want to make Pakistani films. So the gate is open.
Yes, definitely. We'd like to open up.
Of answer that, the writer and director, because it's his idea, and he insisted on sticking to Voy Voy Voy, although we tried somehow to convince him otherwise, and Omar is like, no, Voy 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 is the only way forward, and we're sticking to it, and to be honest, it paid off. Omar, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Voy, I didn't hear the question clearly. Was it why is it called Voy Voy Voy,
Yes.
or why did we choose Voy Voy?
Why did you choose Voy Voy? Why was it called, and why do you choose, and why do you stick to Voy 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 against our wishes?
Well, in the sport of, I'll answer both. In the sport of blind football, everything depends on sound. So the ball that they play with has a sort of a bell in it. So then they know where the ball is. But how does a player know that a member of the opposing team is coming towards him? He has to say